4 right.
That could be lost.
That is lost.
Guys, welcome back to the channel. If that shot looks like you, then this man, hopefully, is going to help. Because today, we've got Peter Finch on the channel, and we're talking slice, we're talking transition. The purpose of the video is to help you shallow out the club into the downswing, to prevent shots like that. Because, I mean, on holes like this, when you've got nothing but heather and rough and potential and probable lost balls down the right-hand side, you can't do it. So Pete, we're going to use your expertise today.
Hey, wow. Interesting. Well, we can give that a go. And as Andrew said, I mean, it is all about that transition, that movement from the top of the swing into the downswing.
Yes, indeed.
But I believe it starts even before that point. It starts with a solid, consistent setup. And there's a couple of things that you can do to try and trick it up as well.
Okay, talk us through it.
I mean, which way do you want to go? Do you want to go like how you should swing, like if you've got that time to practice, and then a few things that you could just really trick up?
No, you know what? I don't think there should be a should swing. It's a limiting that shape, having a consistency. If you've got a big slice, let's turn it into a baby fade.
Baby fade?
Let's turn it into a baby fade. Let's get it into a consistent outcome.
That's my bread and butter as well, baby fade.
And that is why you're here.
That's my croissant.
Because I'm more of a drawer, you see.
You're more of a pan au chocolat. So, don't know where we're going with this one. So basically, if you are hitting a slice, there's a couple of things that I suppose you should know. The classic slice would be the club coming over the top, so moving in this direction, shaft angle getting very steep, moving very quickly to the left of the golfer if you're a right-hander, the club face being open to that path, open to that target, starting straightish or left and then ballooning massively out to the right. You can also push slice it, where you come from the inside and then do it that, but that's more uncommon.
Yes,
for like a normal slicer.
Yeah.
So it is that move of there, over the top, and there.
Tend to see the shaft almost kind of look vertical on the way down. So that from that transition, you tend to see the shaft a lot of the time in that position. Yeah. And then it's also working down on the ball as well, which creates even more spin. So it kind of even exaggerates that ballooning slice, as you so rightly named it.
Exactly.
So talk us through setup. Where are we going to see a setup? Particularly, obviously, this is more concentrated on a driver, slightly different to how you would see it with an iron. But let's talk about the driver.
So with setup, one of the things that I certainly see with people who are struggling in transition is when they get set up, their spine angle to be quite straight. So that left shoulder almost opens a little bit, tend to lean into that left side. So when you stand over the ball, spine angle straight, here. Now what happens is if the shoulders get a little bit open, certainly your dress, spine angle is there, this is the move that you tend to see. So getting that ball position just inside the left heel, shaft on the nose, tilt till it hits the inside of your leg, put the club down, that's your spine tilt. And from there, that allows a little bit more ease in transition and allows the golfer to stay behind the ball a little bit more. It's just a simple thing, but like, you know, we're talking here about positions of the body. If you get your position of the body correct to begin with, it's just going to make stuff easier later on. So,
because I think I would say as well, be careful, because I see a lot of guys from teaching, they'll turn up and they'll kind of go.
Yeah, I love it.
And it's very, very, very easy to exaggerate these points as well, isn't it? So we're literally talking 5 degrees. It's a minimal amount.
I didn't realise we were going to get a protractor out.
Get your protractor out.
Yeah, just do that drill, like on your nose, tilt it until it hits the inside of your leg.
I like the inside of the leg one. I'm going to use that one again.
Just simple, it's easy. Nice little reference point. But let's say you've got that. Now, transition, if you don't know what transition is the point at the top of the swing as you start to move down. So we're talking from the top until about the hands reach level with the nipples, is what I consider the transition period. Top to nipple.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, that's what I basically judge it as. You can call it the chest, but the nipples are a very specific point.
Yeah, like you've got to make the point small.
Literally, it's a point. So, I mean, that's the point I do transition. Now, normally, if you slice at this point, you would go here. So by the time you reach nipple line, you're outside the chest, shaft is steep. And what we're looking at is to basically get the hands moving a little bit more straight down and try and get that feeling that the shaft is laying down a little bit more.
Yeah. Okay, good. I like that.
Now, there's 2 main ways I think you can do it. two main ways. One of them I would say is technically correct, and the other one I say is a little bit more of a tricked way of doing it, but it can also help a golfer who slices it because it's a strengthening of the club face.
Okay, yeah.
So the first one for me is very, very simple. You get up to the top, and then all you're going to be doing is move your weight a little bit down, so feel like you have a little bit of a squat. And as you squat, drop hands.
Let the club comes down, yeah.
So
the hands are almost kind of following your legs as well.
Into there. And the whole point of having that shallow for me, it's not so you get in here and you swing that way. It's so you get a shallow, and when you're in this position, you can then just turn onto the ball.
Yeah.
It's not so much about dropping it on the inside and swinging it out right. It's here and allowing that rotation.
I think that's one we see a lot as well, because you know you're trying to hit, people trying to hit, always trying to hit a draw, they're trying to prevent a slice, they start trying to swing out to the right, and you'll notice that the majority of the shots just get worse because the club face has not been fixed.
Yeah.
Club face is either open to target or even open to path, and then it just goes into your push slice mode as well. Yeah. So swinging to the right it's just not necessary.
No, it's not. You don't, to fix a slice, you don't need to hit a draw.
No. Exactly.
Like to fix a slice, you just need to get a little bit more of path control.
You can still be out to win, you can still hit down on the ball a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a fade.
Exactly. So that's the first bit, and that's more of a practice. The only thing that you need to be aware of there is just time. Like you can just take so much time in this area. The speed of your swing is only going to start to increase as you move through the ball, so you can take your time. Now the second one, which is quite good, it takes a little bit of time, but it is a quicker fix in many respects, is up to the top, and then with that left wrist, rev it.
Oof.
So what that does, that strengthens the club face.
Yeah.
And it also drops the shaft behind. Now the only problem is, if you keep that and you maintain that left wrist position,
you're going into the deck.
Club face is going to be massively closed, and it's going to be moving left. But
it's fixed though as well.
Yeah, and
it's a different. You're seeing a different outcome.
And it's all degrees of like how much you slice it.
Exactly.
Because you could be coming in, and we're kind of just ad-libbing here, but you could be coming into impact super cupped wrist, for example.
Yeah.
You feeling like it's bowed and it's strengthening, like that could actually bring you back to more of a neutral position.
It might be neutral, yeah. Feel and real, two very different things as well.
So that's why it's more of a, you can experiment with it,
but
it's not something I'd say you have to do this.
I think experimenting with the club face is a key one as well, because even if you do always have like an out to in path, and it could be maybe even a slightly bigger out to in path than you'd like, but if you've got more control of the club face, you are then able to hit that little pull cut or something like that, or the little pull again, which is a lot less destructive than the big slice. At the end of the day, this is about keeping the ball in play on the fairway / semi-rough / just finding the ball.
Exactly, yeah.
Losing balls, your scores just go crazy.
Exactly. No one wants to lose balls.
No one wants to lose balls.
No one wants to lose balls. Get into that shop, get your new Pro Vs. You can do it. Right, I'm going to wait.
Right, go on, demonstrate.
This ball's been on the tee for too long.
So
up to the top, just a little bit of a, feel like I'm going down into the ground with pressure, shallow, and then all I'm going to do is turn. But I'm still going to hit a fade. It's not a fact that every time you shallow you can hit a draw. I still want to hit a fade, just off that bunker in the centre, now that it move off to the right.
Oh, it's a drilled fade as well. We'll come on to the low shot later.
I'll play the links, aren't we?
Yeah, I loved it. I love that shot.
Oh,
so again,
that tee in the ground for you then.
Setup was good. Do you want me to try it?
Yeah, go on. That tee is the exact same position we can compare, because you hit it about 60 million feet in the air. So,
right, okay. So I'm going to get spine angle.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tilt
into the knee, into the leg.
Just sets you there, doesn't it? It's good.
I like that. Yeah, perfect. Ball position just forward of centre. I'm just going to keep that in there. There we go. Just get that little bit of a squatting from here as the arms drop, and then all from there you just rotating.
It's taking that time there and rotating, and it does, like, I know we're making this sound easy. It does take like practice to actually get it to that point, but
this is a rehearsal of that, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. I mean, this is an easy move. You've got this, guys. Come on, and you've got this as well, Carter.
Okay, thanks.
If you can do it, anyone can do it.
That is very true. Right, so a little bit of spine tilt, ball position forward, a little feeling like there's a bit of a squat from the top. Guys will feel like you're just going to slam into the ground as well. Again, feeling real. It's not the case. I do this with a lot of clients back in Dubai. I always try and get them to feel like there's a bit of a drop, and they just literally feel like they're going to smash into the mat.
I do lots of clients in Dubai. Ooh, I'm in the car. I live in Dubai.
Just going to work on a day-to-day basis, you know.
It's where I ply my craft.
Right. I lost a bit of balance. It was a bit of a push, but it had the little cut on it.
It'll work all right, actually.
It's a massive fairway, this one.
It's huge. It's bigger than the Dubai Desert, this one.
Bigger than the Dubai Desert. I'm used to hitting into the Dubai Desert. That's why I don't miss fairways. Guys, thanks very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this tip. Hit the like if you have. Also comment below, is that your shot shape? And has Peter just cured it?
Say yeah. I mean,
say yeah.
Just
better.
say
yeah. Peter has cured my slice.
Appreciate that.
Guys, massive thanks to Finchy. Cheers for coming on.
No worries, mate. Thank you for having me.
It's always a pleasure. We're up here at Dundonald Links in Scotland playing. We've got 3 or 4 links courses lined up for the week. So for me, it's amazing to get out of the desert and into some proper golf. So stay tuned for some more content from Scotland. See you in a bit.
What is that, by the way?
See you in a
Is
bit.
that how you sign your videos off?
Sometimes. I like just to mix it up. Sometimes I go like that. I was like,
What was that?
do you not do that?
No!
I thought everyone does that.
Not the army.